Hey there everyone, this is my shot at making a custom keyboard. It's a pretty budget board you can find like under $30 off of Amazon. This is the E-Yooso Z-11. I completely disassembled it and tried to make my own things here. It's a 60% hot swap keyboard you can find pretty much everywhere. For the switches I did a little something strange. I got the basic switches and put my Keytron stamps in there. For the stabilizers, I just ripped the stabilizers out of my old Keycon. It was a fun ride with that. Since the stock ones here, even with the lube, sounded pretty ass. So, I got it out and they seemed to work. So I started off by putting some foam in the board. I cut them up to size and put it in the board. And turns out I put on the wrong foam. I cut it up so that it fit the board perfectly. I put 2 layers of foam in here since it was just too thin. So I just put that on, slapped the PCB back in, and there we go. So then I put the final piece of foam back in the board. It seemed to fit pretty well despite my miscalculations. And here I was screwing the whole board in. And you screw all the screws in place just to realize that you forgot the stabilizers. And screw all of that back in place. For the switches, I decided to use Gator-on red stems, since they kind of sounded better on both of these keys. So I put all the switches onto place. For the keycaps, I decided I'd go for something off of AliExpress. These are PBT keycaps, they're retro Mac themed, and they're pretty good for $20 actually. I decided I'd go for retro Mac since I pretty much use a Mac once in a while. But yeah, that's the only device I have in the house. So here's me just unboxing these keycaps and putting them on the keyboard. never tried this before, so yeah, this is gonna be exciting. And there we have it. Just to check if the PCB even works. And wow, it does. So here, I just found out that shift isn't working, and these two buttons right here. But maybe it's because it's just a bent pin, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. Note, one of the keys actually worked, the key tester just wasn't registering it. Wow. And yes, with all of that done, let's go on with the B-roll. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.